All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakadosh. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to all our Akim out there doing the work in sincerity and charity with humiliation all across the four winds. To you I salute. All right. Today I'm going to pretty much be going into a brief lesson, going into the Apocrypha. As I have this family group thing, and before time, with the Apocrypha, they never really believe in it. They never really accept the Apocrypha, But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, I'm going to show you again, that the Apocrypha is indeed a part of the scriptures. All right, but with my family members, they look at the Apocrypha and they say they can't accept it. They call it as a red book. This little red book we're reading out of, so they can't really accept it. But now, in today's society today, people now are waking up to the fact that the Apocrypha is indeed is a part of the Holy Scriptures. All right? And also through the Spirit, when you look at going back to the pandemic, from the beginning of when this thing hit, let's say you go back, say 2 months back, 2 months in, when I was watching like videos here and there, every other day watching a video, and what I noticed that even now, so more than ever, you have brothers going into the Apocrypha and they're doing more and more videos. All right, and not only that, they're speaking on things what is irrelevant today. All right, no other book on the face of this earth do that. Okay, so we seeing now that the Apocrypha is actually the words in the Apocrypha is actually jumping off the pages and manifesting itself in real time. All right, and you know why that is? That's because that's prophecy. Okay, now I'm going to show you that. So we're going to get a couple of precepts and then we're going to get out of here. The first precept I want is the book of Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. All right, when you get that, then you get 2 Ezra 15.
This is the book of Revelation chapter 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy.
You see that? For the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. All right, now, again, from this present moment, go back, say, about 2 months, 3 months, and you will see that brothers doing videos. As a matter of fact, when you look at what's happening in the earth right now, all right, come directly out of the Apocrypha.
Beautiful,
Okay, and I'm going to show you that. Give me Hebrews, Salakia, Psalm 40 and 7. They come in the volume of the book. All right, because again, the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, and that's what we're going into, prophecy. All right. Prophecy is being displayed in the planet Earth right now.
This is Psalms 40 and 7. Then said I, Lo, I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me.
You see that? So Yahushai is the spirit of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. He said he come in the volume of the book. Okay? Now, let's tie that in with 2 Ezra 15. Okay?
Second Ezra 15.
Yeah, let's take it from the top.
The 2 Ezra 15 and verse 1. Speak, behold, Salakia, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai.
You see that? Speak thou the words of prophecy in the ears of my people. Keep in mind the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. So now Ezra is telling us what speak prophecy. Okay, read.
and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Right, and that's why we have the Bible today.
God.
All right, we know that God, He is power and He cannot lie.
God.
Okay, now I'm going to go into now why, okay, these people starting to believe and to accept the Apocrypha. Okay, so from there, let's jump to 2nd Ezra chapter 9 now. All right, let's start at 1. The point, what I want to really touch on is verse 3, but let's start at verse 1.
God. This is 2nd Ezra 9 and 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right. All right. Okay, now, it says, measure thou the time diligently. So when you see certain things happening in the earth, we go to the scriptures.
God.
All right, the main thing right now, what is happening in the earth, you'll see that over there in Babylon, aka America, you have 50 states, all right, of the people uprising, a whole uproar of the people.
God.
You see what I say? Now let's see where that is documented.
God.
Okay, read on.
This verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
Right, when there should be saying earthquakes and uproars of the people, that's your riot now.
God.
All right, that's your police brutality. Why you think they're rioting?
God.
You see what I said? That's documented right here in the scriptures.
God.
In the Apocrypha.
Absolutely. God.
Manifesting itself, coming off the page and manifests itself in real time.
God.
Okay, so now when I show this to my family members, them, you know, they was like blown away.
God.
Now they understand that, hey, the Apocrypha is indeed a part of the scriptures.
God.
You see that? Read verse 3 again.
Verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
That's it. All right, and we see it not today, right?
God. God.
We see it not today.
God.
All right.
Most High's word come into fruition.
Okay, and this is documented in the Apocrypha again.
God.
You see that? Now from there, let's jump to chapter 14 now. And let me see. Chapter 15, Salakia.
15.
And start at 14.
This is 2nd Ezra 15 and 14. It reads, woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Right, read.
For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Right, one people, all right, the so-called blacks in America, stand up to fight the other people with sword in their hand, which is the police, and the majority of those police is Edomites.
God.
You see that?
God.
And again, this is in the scriptures, this is in the Apocrypha.
God.
So after people seeing these prophecies, because remember, the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
God.
And the prophecy, again, is leaping off the page and manifesting itself in real time.
God.
All right, but read on.
God. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the cause of their action shall stand in their power.
Right, they shall not regard kings nor princes. That goes in it. That goes into the police chief, the governors, the president.
God.
All right, so they're doing what they think is right.
God.
All right, you see that?
God.
Again, that's documented in the Apocrypha.
God.
So after you read that and you break it down to them, then they begin to understand and to accept the Apocrypha.
God.
All right?
God.
That plain, that simple. So now, we see now, in a broader sense, people is going to wake up to the Apocrypha that's indeed a part of the Holy Scriptures.
God.
See that? Now, me and the brother Yashuan, we did a video a little while back going into the Bible destruction group. All right? Back to 1776, somewhere around there.
God.
But you could look this up in your own time, the Bible destruction group, and it's going to go into how you know, these people actually take the scriptures, take the Apocrypha out of the Holy Scriptures, all right, and put it in a separate book and hide it. Hence the word Apocrypha, which means hidden.
God.
Okay? Yeah, man. Esau can't fool us, man.
God.
All right? But now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you to further prove that the Apocrypha is indeed a part of the Scriptures. Okay? And I'm going to show you and prove to you that Yahweh Shai himself actually quoted the Apocrypha. Okay? So let's get Matthew chapter 6. Okay? Start at 19. All right? 19 and 20. All right? This is going to show you further prove and basically to further convince you.
God.
All right?
This is Matthew 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
Right, read.
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
Right. Okay, now this is Yahweh Shai, and he's quoting the Apocrypha. All right. Also, another prophecy that's in there before we, as a matter of fact, let's bring this out. Sirach 29, verse 10 and 11. That's to show you that Yahweh Shai actually quote this. And I'm going to show you another prophecy that's in the book, all right, that's in the Apocrypha about Yahweh Shai. Sirach 29, 10 and 11, right.
This is Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha 29 and 11. Lay up thy treasure according to the commandments of the Most High, and it shall bring thee more profit than gold.
You see that?
Can.
Yahweh Shai saying the same thing.
Can.
All right, that's it on that.
Can. Verse 12. Shut up arms in thy storehouses, and it shall deliver thee from all affliction.
Right. Okay. Yahweh Shai say what store up your riches what in heaven, where moth and rust do not corrupt.
Can.
Okay, saying the exact same thing. What he said there in Matthew 6 and 19. But let's get 2nd Ezra chapter 7. All right. I want to show you something here. And this is another prophecy with Yahweh Shai. All right.
2nd Ezra chapter 7.
Yeah. Doing it. All right. Start at 28. What this?
2nd Ezra chapter 7, verse 28.
Right, and this is in the Babylonian kingdom, in the Babylonian captivity. All right, and this is a prophecy written by Ezra the prophet 400 years before Yahweh Shai actually came on the scene. As Yahweh Shai. Okay, what this?
It says, for my son Yahweh Shai shall be revealed with those that be with him, and they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years.
You see that?
Yeah. And after these years shall my son Mashiach die, and all men that have life.
Right, now after this Mashiach will die. In that damn heaven? Not Salak if it's saying damn, but in that heaven? You see what I said? That happened? There's no denying that. All right. Now, the next precept I got, let's go to Matthew chapter 7, verse 12.
This is Matthew 7, verse 12. Therefore, all things whatsoever ye would that man should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets.
Right. This is the law and the prophets, and Ezra is a prophet, right? Now, check this out, right? Let's go to the book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 15. This is Yahweh Shai basically saying the same thing, what Tobit is saying. Yahweh Shai actually quoting Tobit. Okay? Further proving to you, to further persuade you, all right, that the Apocrypha is indeed a part of the Holy Scriptures.
This is Tobit chapter 4 and verse 15. Do that to no man which thou hatest. Drink not wine to make thee drunken, neither let drunkenness go with thee in thy journey.
Right. Read that first line again.
Do that to no man which thou hatest.
Right. Do that to no man which thou hatest.
Gone.
Yahushua saying the same thing.
Gone.
All right.
Gone.
Okay, from there, let's go back now to Matthew chapter 16, verse 18 now. All right. The Apocrypha is valid. The Apocrypha is indeed a part of the Holy Scriptures.
Matthew 16.
Come, Matthew 16, 18.
This is Matthew 16 and 18. And I say also unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
Right. Now, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 13. All right.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 13. It reads, For thou hast power over life and death. Thou leadest to the gates of hell, and bringest up again.
Right. You see that?
Can.
Okay. So that should be even more proof, all right, to show you that Yahushua, all right, that the Apocrypha is indeed a part of the Scriptures, all right. Now we're gonna get one more, right?
It's like it didn't go with Revelation 1 and 18. He's that angel who get the keys of life and death.
Gone. All right. See that? All right. So now, also what I want to do, I want to get the, let's get John 10 and 22.
God.
Let's get the Feast of Dedication. Okay, because if the Apocrypha is invalid, all right, if the Apocrypha is garbage, then explain to me why Yahushua is keeping the Feast of Dedication. Okay, and when you go into the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, guess what? You ain't gonna find the Feast of Dedication there. Where's the Feast of Dedication? Okay.
God. John 10 and 22. And it was at Jerusalem, the feast of the dedication, right. And it was winter.
Right, it was at Jerusalem at the Feast of Dedication. Now this is a law.
God.
This is a high holy day.
God.
And we see that Yahushua keep this.
God.
So again, when you go in Leviticus 23, you ain't gonna see the Feast of Dedication.
God.
So for that, let's go into the book of Maccabees. All right. First Maccabees chapter 4. I start at 54. All right.
God. This is First Maccabees chapter 4. Verse 54. It reads, Look, at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it. Even in that was it dedicated with songs and citherns and harps and cymbals.
Right. Now this is going into when the time of I think it was Antiochus.
God.
You know, he basically polluted our temple. All right. And Judas Maccabees and his brethren, you know, basically run them out and slew them and killed them. Now he's rededicating the temple to Yahushua. I mean, and to the Most High.
God.
All right. Now check this out. Let's read verse 55.
Verse 55. Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the Most High of heaven, who had given them good success.
Right, read.
And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days, and offered burnt offerings with gladness, and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise.
Right, so they kept the dedication.
God.
You see that?
God.
They kept the dedication, and we see that Yahushua in John chapter 10, verse 22, keep the same dedication.
God.
All right, let's read on.
God. Verse 57. They decked also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold, and with shields, and the gates and the chambers they renewed, and hanged doors upon them.
Good.
Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away. Moreover, Judas and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season from year to year, by the space of 8 days, from the 25th day of the month Kelslew with mirth and gladness.
Right in the month Kelslew. When you go into the month Kelslew, that's going into the winter time.
Can.
In the Feast of Dedication in the winter.
Can.
John 10 and 22.
Can.
You see that?
Can.
All right. So, yes, the Apocrypha is indeed a part of the Holy Scriptures.
Can.
All right. I got one more precept. I'm going to drop the ball on this one, drop the mic on this one.
Can.
All right. Give me First Maccabees 3 and 48.
Can.
All right. And they're going to tie all this up and sum all this up.
Can. First Maccabees 3, verse 48. Yeah. It reads, "And laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images."
Right. And laid open the book of the law. Right. What's the book of the law?
Can.
The Bible.
Can.
All right. How they lay open the book of the law. Let's show them how they lay open the book of the law.
Can.
Hold this up and hold the Bible up so they could see. All right, that's how they lay open the book of the law. They take these books out of this Bible, they take that out of here.
Can.
And hide it.
Can.
That's how they lay open the book of the law.
Can.
All right? All right.
Can.
That's how they lay open the book of the law. All right, wherein the heathen sought to paint the likeness of their image. That's why you get, I don't know if you're familiar with iconoclasm.
Can.
All right, going into whitewashing and all that shit.
Can.
All right, and they did that. Okay?
I think the Eastern Orthodox priest or something like that.
Done.
Something to that effect. You know?
Done. All right. Yeah, man. So, people is waking up to the fact now that the Apocrypha is indeed a part of the Scriptures. All right. If anything going on.
Yeah, let me get this quick scripture. Seeing that you said that, you know, because everybody waking up to what's going on. You know what I mean? This is Psalms 85 and 11. It reads, "Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven." All right? So as you see it, you know, the truth that sprung out of the earth, man. This is the truth, the Bible, the real truth.
That's it.
You know?
All right, we have one more Psalms 34 and 27.
God.
All right. The Most High is revealing this now, man.
God. Psalm 34.
Psalm 34. See? 24, 37.
24.
24. Anyhow, Salakia, the scripture escaped me. But yeah, man, that's good. No. Give me one more precept. Second Ezra 6:28. One more, last one.
God. The second Ezra 6, verse 28. 27. It reads, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which had been so long without food, shall be declared."
Right, and now we declaring to you that the Apocrypha is indeed a part of the Holy Scriptures. You know, Lord willing, that was edifying.
God.
So with that, I'm going to give all praises to
Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.